Emotional hygiene is a basic and essential emotional intelligence skill. What is emotional hygiene and how can you practice emotional hygiene techniques? Hi, I'm Miriam and welcome to EI for Life. So, emotional hygiene is a term I learned from Brad Yates. He has his own YouTube channel. It's Tap with Brad. I will get back to that in a second. And he used the term to explain what emotional hygiene is. The technique he specifically teaches is tapping, EFT. So this kind of thing. So the reason why this term is so fantastic is because just like physical hygiene, it tells you everything you need to know. You gotta practice it every day. You cannot just practice one kind, you need different kinds. And if you don't practice it, stuff builds up. Think about brushing your teeth. You brush your teeth several times a day, at least twice, I'm assuming. So why do you do that? So all the dirt doesn't build up. So you don't build up plaque, so bacteria don't grow in your mouth. So you maintain your hygiene, maintain a healthy mouth flora. The same with your body. You practice it, it's automatic. Some of these skills are habits, some are hygiene, things that you do every now and then. Maybe you put on a facial mask or something like that. Whatever it is, so you practice it on a regular basis and it helps you maintain healthy levels. Emotional hygiene is the exact same thing for your emotions. In order to avoid buildup or tension or stuck emotions in your fascia, you practice emotional hygiene every single day, repeatedly. Now, emotional hygiene techniques come in two different kinds. You can either practice them as a habit, so a daily habit, just like brushing your teeth. You do this automatically. Habits are usually things that help you maintain a good, healthy, low level of fear or anger. It helps your nervous system calm down. It helps your nervous system stay on lower base levels over time. It can also allow you to lower the base level you are on currently. That's how I got out of anxiety. I practiced emotional hygiene techniques. And then the other kind of technique is one you can use in the moment to help your nervous system calm down. For example, shaking is one. There are breathwork, breathing techniques, like one of the most famous ones is the box breath. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, hold for 4 again, and so on and so on. And these techniques help you in the moment. So let's say you are agitated or you are in the middle of an anxiety attack. These techniques might help your nervous system calm down again. Or maybe you're stressed and the technique will help you release stress, release tension. Whatever it is, emotional hygiene techniques help your nervous system calm down, return to a healthy base level, and maintain that base level. Over time, you return more easily and you can lower the base levels. That's why emotional hygiene techniques are really, truly essential. If you have not started with any emotional intelligence skills yet, this is what you want to start with. Why? Because if you are in the throes of anxiety, if your panic levels are high, if you freak out and you don't know what to do when you freak out, if you have no tools to handle your emotions, if you get angry and you are hyper reactive, you just shout at people, or worse, maybe you kick a chair or something and hurt yourself, then you need these techniques because they help you calm down so much that you can think. When we are in heightened emotional states, especially states we have practiced, states that we are in very often, we cannot think. If you cannot think clearly, if you are so overwhelmed by your emotions, you cannot learn self-awareness, you cannot practice it because you simply do not have access to it. So that's why emotional hygiene techniques are so important. Now, I already explained that they come in two different kinds, either as habits or as techniques to help you calm down. Now, it doesn't mean that one technique is specifically for one thing. Which one, what it is, depends on how you want to use it. To give you an example, EFT tapping. This is one technique when I had anxiety. this was one technique I turned into a daily habit. I did this every single day, and I practiced with the videos by Brad Yates. I will put the link to his channel in the description. And when I started out, this was truly amazing. The result to me was just stunning. I had anxiety for a long time, and this was the first time when I did something like this, right? And I did it every single day, and I realized that this was really working. It calmed me down, and not just in the moment, although that was of course great, but it helped also release stuff that I'd been working with for a while. It helped me calm down in general, and that made other things easier. So at the beginning, I used EFT or tapping as a habit. Once I got calmer, now it's just the other kind of technique. I use it whenever I feel I need it. I do not do it every single day, but because it was such a key thing, it's still one of the things I teach in my a month of peace. So I call these techniques peace techniques. And EFT is one of them, one of the 5 ones that helped me the most when I still suffered from anxiety. So this is a free course, and I'll link to it down below. There's also another course, A Year of Peace, in which you learn another 53 techniques. Now, because this brings me to the next part. Why would you need so many? You know, you brush your teeth. That's all you do. And then maybe once a year you go to have them professionally cleaned. But you don't need 15 techniques of brushing your teeth, right? Why is it good to have many emotional hygiene techniques? Because emotions are significantly more complex than teeth. You have so many emotions, you have so many triggers in your life, you have so many situations you are expected to handle. And we don't just have emotions, which are very simple. We have feelings. So for example, guilt. When you feel guilt and you tell yourself guilt stories, you do not just feel one emotion, you feel a whole cocktail. You might go from fear to anger to sadness to depression to fear again to some more anger, etc., etc., etc. So all this stuff's going on. All this stuff is accumulating in your body over time if you don't help your body release it as fast as possible. So you cannot just use one technique, and a technique that might help in some situations might not work for you in another. Then there are other things as well. For example, some techniques work for some people but might not work for you at all at the moment. They might work for you in future. So you want to really have a whole toolkit. Why? Because then whatever happens, you know how to handle it. You want to also learn these techniques one by one, because then you can figure out what kind of effect it has on your body. Your body gets to try them. And then when a situation arises, you might suddenly think, oh, I should sit down and do this type of breath, maybe a circular breath, which is super easy. Or something, maybe you feel like the surge of anger, and then your body notices, oh, I should probably go for a walk. How does your body know what to do? Because you tried the techniques. So anytime you see something that helps you, any kind of technique that helps you regulate your nervous system, that helps you calm down, give it a go. That's how you learn. If it works for you, keep it, add it to your toolkit. Practice the techniques a few times. Don't just do them once. Try them a few times, ideally a few days in a row. Try them, super important, while you are calm. Especially the techniques that are supposed to help you when you are agitated. You have to practice them while you are calm first. You cannot jump into the water and expect that you're going to swim. You will sink like a stone. So this is something you want to practice first, okay? Practice the techniques first. Learn as many as feels good to you. The ones you like, you will know pretty much immediately. If a technique feels wrong or off or makes you actually tense up or feel worse or uncomfortable in any way, it's not for you right now. Leave it. Move on to the next one, and so on and so on. Choose which techniques work really well for you and see if you want to turn them into a habit. That's another reason why you want to learn any technique for a few days in a row. So you can see, is this really something that's doable every single day? So you want to have habit Emotional hygiene techniques, the ones that you do every single day. Like for me, it's movement. Movement is a big one. Now it's also sitting in silence. I could not do this 3 years ago. I would have gone insane. Back then I had tapping. And I still have tapping because I learned tapping. I know what it is. I know exactly what it does to my body, how it works. And my body knows anytime I feel like it, I can dig it out and find another video and just do it again. And that's emotional hygiene. It is a key emotional intelligence skill. I call them peace techniques because for me, this is what you get. You're calmer and you are at peace. And when you are calm, when you lead a more peaceful life, then everything else becomes possible. Seriously, possible. If you are in the middle of anxiety and you focus on being happy, frankly, you're trying to jump a canyon. You want to get into neutral, into calm first. And you want to lower your base levels for fear, anger, sadness, anything, even stress levels, so that you can actually act, so that you can choose what to do next instead of being reactive and running from one thing to the other. All right, I hope this has inspired you. More info in the description if you're interested in it. And I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.